Jeff Strickland is going to start off our match. Second service. Nice forehand shot from Eddie, cross court. Love 15. Backhand goes just long. It's 15 all. Second serve from Jeff. It's 15-30 with the double fault. His first of the match. Wild forehand from Eddie goes long. 30-15. 30 all. Second service. Backhand aired into the net. It's 30-40. Nice passing shot from Eddie, gives him the first point of the game. Eddie serving. Double fault from Eddie, love 15. Second serve. Another double fault from Eddie. Love 30. It's 30-15. The ball just goes just long. It's 15-40.
You got two. Harley from the tennis club. We're broadcasting live with Jeff Strickland and Eddie Coffey. Second serve. Beautiful forehand from Eddie. Cross court. Jeff, 30-40. Great serve. Jeff in the net. Another break for Eddie. Eddie is 2-1. Again, you are watching live from the tennis club for the Clay Court Classic. The match against Eddie Coffey and Jeff Strickland, B singles. Second serve, Eddie. Eddie needs to cut down on those double faults if he wants to actually hold in this game. Great serve from Eddie. 15-all. Very nice drop shot from Eddie. Very beautiful touch. Great rally. 30-all. If Eddie's able to hold here, give him a little breathing room. Great serve. Out wide to Jeff's forehand. 40-30. Great hold for Eddie. Here we go, 3-1. I mean, 1 serving 3, excuse me. Double fault. Jeff needs to shake that unforced error for Jeff. 15-40. Jeff needs to dig himself out of this hole. Double fault from Jeff. Eddie leads 4-1. We are continuing live coverage here at the tennis club for the Clay Court Classic. Eddie Coffey is leading 4-1. And we are playing an 8-game pro set. The reason for that is we had a rain delay yesterday, and no play was. We weren't able to play any matches. So to speed up the play, that actually enforced an 8-game pro set. We are playing ad in this one. Unforced error from Strickland. Eddie, 15 love.
Testing, testing. Testing 1, 2.
Yeah.
All righty. So one of the things that we wanted to do in our efforts to expand our coverage is to add additional people to the staff. That's one of the reasons why we talked about doing the fundraiser. So joining me is one of the players on the GLTA World Tour, Harley, and he's going to be doing play-by-play with me while I'll do a little analysis as well. And that's one of our goals as we continue to travel around the country, is to make the staff bigger and bigger.
Great to be joining you too.
I appreciate it, Harley. Thank you very much. Take some of the pressure off of me.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know how you're able to jump around here.
It's a tough one. You know, they say women are better at multitasking than men are, and I try to be a good multitasker, but there's a lot of stuff going on.
One forced error from Eddie there.
20-30, nice shot, Jeff.
So this is our first match that we're filming on clay. You know, normally we do hard court, now we're doing clay court, so it's really great to have our first clay court tennis match here.
And the courts are very, very moist.
Yes, they
A lot
are.
of slipping and sliding for these players today.
That's the reason why we're doing 8-point sets for our matches today. We rained out pretty much every match yesterday. That's why there was no broadcasting. A couple of the players got in partial matches yesterday, and we're talking about real quick 15, 20, 30 minutes, and that's about it. Um,
And Eddie's actually up 5-1.
so Jeff Strickland is serving.
Double fault for Jeff. He really has to cut down on a lot of unforced errors. Digging himself in a hole here, down 1-5. Very tough to come back from that. Love 30. I'll tell you, Eddie has that beautiful backhand slice. Keeps it low. Oh, 15-30.
Eddie realized that he didn't catch that ball at the apex. The racket only pulled that racket back halfway, went straight into the net.
Reaching for it, too.
Yep.
Needs to take that step in.
It's 15-30.
Off. Just long. He knew that was close.
So we're out here on court 1, live coverage, the tennis club here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
The sun decided to come out today.
Yes, indeed. So I think we're going to have ourselves a good day of tennis.
First serve. Nice save from Jeff there. Bringing it back to deuce. He really does need a hold here. Great serve. Another great serve from Jeff. Oh, there must have been a little mistake with the scoring there.
I won a game.
And Jeff is happy he won a game.
It was 2 games, actually. I don't think he wanted a breadstick for dinner today. That's got to feel good. I mean, Eddie is playing very well today.
Well, I tell you what, do you think the day's delay of not playing yesterday, you think that affected any of the players?
Oh, yeah, it does. It has to. I mean, there's a lot more pressure going in an 8-game pro set than there is a 2 out of 3 sets. You have more time to get back with a 2 out of 3 sets. And 8-game pro set, just like this, 5-2, you let it slip away. You could almost certain the other guy's going to win. I mean,
and a lot of uncertainty yesterday, too, because a lot of players kept coming back and forth, not knowing if they were going to play. And that's got to be tough on you as well.
Very frustrating. But, and I knew a lot of players did go out for lunch yesterday, had a cocktail, 1 or 2 cocktails. Trying to shake off the fear there.
Right. Should be 15 love.
Great 4 has been working very well today.
Yes, it has for him.
30-15. Incredible drop shot. Very good touch.
Caught Jeff flat-footed. No time to respond and get up to the net to that either.
Caught him by surprise. Very good rally. Jeff able to keep in that one. 30 all. And Eddie has that slice, but he's able to flatten that ball out.
Yeah, at that time I think he had that racket facing downwards.
Yeah.
Definitely why it went into the net. May seem like common sense. Where the racket faces, it's where the ball's going.
Yeah.
If it's facing down, it's going down.
It's going down.
Straight to the net.
Here we go, 40-30. Jeff really needs to fight right here. Still not out of it. Just back. There you go. Deuce. Again, the players are playing the 8-game pro set, so there is no ad in this match. So Jeff has elected to take it on the ad side. Once again, that backhand slice. So Jeff is serving 2-6. You know, it's nice to have the sun out, but now it's affecting the players a little here. Great serve from Jeff. That is not what Jeff needs. 15 all.
One thing you don't want to do is give away points, especially when you're behind.
Yes. 3 points. He really needs to cut down on those unforced errors. Get every ball back. Make Eddie play a little bit. One thing I would try to do is keep that ball away from his backhand.
Yeah, exactly.
That backhand slice is killer. Another double for Jeff. 30. 15-30. He's dangerously close, so it's getting broken and having Eddie serve for the match. That backhand slice did not work that time.
Sends it just long into the alley.
Maybe he is human.
Yeah, there's over 20 courts here at the tennis club of Fort Lauderdale. One of the things that we've talked about in previous matches that we definitely want to do is we want to add an additional sideline camera and reporter that can actually walk around to some of these other courts and tell you what's going on and give you some updates. That's all part of the fundraising and equipment upgrades that we want to do for the future, along with instant replay. I know a lot of people like to go back and see specifically how some of those shots were won or how some of those mistakes were made. And anybody who's a fan of sports know instant replay can do that for you. That's something we want to add in the future. We have a lot of big plans for the CC Sports Network. It's going to take a little bit of time. We have to grow. You know, we just started last year, and we're pretty much a 1 or 2 man crew. But as the fundraiser gets going, as more opportunities come up, we hope to grow this more and more.
Maybe we raise enough money, we get a shot spot.
That would definitely be nice. Make sure you go to our fundraising page at indiegogo.com/CC Sports. We're trying to get 600 players to donate just $10. That'll help us reach our $6,000 goal for the year and bring you live web streaming every single month, 12 months out of the year.
Eddie's actually going to be serving here 7-2 for the match. Just long. 15. Excuse me, love 15. Sprays it long.
It's away from him.
Just a little late on that return. Eddie came out here just a little rough on his serve, but it seems he's got the gist of it. Serving 7-2.
Not a very high ball toss for a person of his height. Let's see if we can get a good shot of where that ball. Well, actually, it's decent. It's pretty decent.
Good second serve. Being that tall actually has an advantage. Spray that ball straight down. Back into the court. Just wide. Ooh, very close. 40-15. This is match point. This gives him double match point. Jeff able to save 1 match point. He'll take it.
In this game, you got to take it 1 point at a time. Just because you're down a match point doesn't mean you can't get back in it.
That's very true. I just spoke to a guy who was down 4-7, ends up coming back and winning the match in a tiebreak. I mean, nothing's impossible.
Exactly, it can happen.
And that's the match.
Congratulations goes to Eddie Coffey, men's division B, men's single B division.
Taking it 8-3. Very great play from Eddie. That backhand slice is something to look out for in the tournament.
Good luck.
That's for sure.
So for those people who are new to tennis, explain the 8-point set rule to them.
With the 8-game pro set, well, we usually do play the 8-game pro set when we do have a delay. It's the first player to 8 points, win by 2. 8 games, win by 2 Um, if we are running as far as behind as we are, we do not play advantage. So the receiver does elect where he wants to have want to return either from the do side or the ad side.
So we just do one set.
It's just one set.
Right.
Correct. But this is we're doing the 8-game pro set in the round of 64 and the round of 32. The round of 16 we will be playing 2 out of 3, but I believe they're not going to be doing the ad. They will not be playing with ad.
Okay.
But semifinals and finals will be playing 2 out of 3 with ad.
And
We have,
once
we have a lot of matches that need to go on, especially the doubles. They are going on later. Some of them are starting as late as 3:15. So some of these players are expected to be out here till 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
and considering that there are 171 players at this year's tournament, and the last, I didn't put up the graphic yet, but I'll put it up on the next match. There are just a lot of games and matches out there that we have to get through during the day. And I don't think the tournament director wants people going all the way to midnight. There's some matches or some tournaments where they have people play all the way into midnight to get through games.
That's incredible. I know that they were talking about moving some of these players over to Hagen Park and Dillon, which is in Fort Lauderdale still, but you want to keep the players here. You know, have them socialize instead of having to move them around.
It makes it difficult. I know when we were in Las Vegas for the Las Vegas Fall Classic last year, it was in 2 locations. No, I'm sorry, not Las Vegas, Atlanta. The Peach International Tournament's in 2 locations. And so it makes it harder for the players to know what their friends and or enemies are doing because the matches are usually split. Now, I usually do it by division, so usually you don't have that problem. At least you know what the divisional stays specific to the court. But the whole idea is, like you mentioned, you have the whole socializing experience. You want to keep it into one area if you can.
In Houston's the same way. The Hutex tournament in November, they do the same thing. They have the B's and C's over at Farr Tennis Center, and then the A's Opens and D's are played at Memorial Park. And it's all due to courts.
Right.
You know, if they had a bigger facility, I'm sure they would try to have everybody there. But again, it's getting the scheduling. You don't want players out there till 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night playing because we do have other things going on as far as a banquet.
Right.
And they do want to get over there and be able to, rest a little bit.
And if you traveled far, you want to go to the clubs and the bars at night.
Yeah, you want to have a good time.
There's no mistaking that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take a quick break as we set up for the next match. You're watching continuing live coverage of the Clay Court Classic here at the Tennis Club, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This is Thomas, the executive producer of the CCA Sports Network, joined by Harley, one of the players on the GLTA World Tour. Harley, what division are you in?
I am playing A singles.
A singles. So good luck to you. He'll be leaving us pretty soon to go play his match.
I should be on there by 12:15, 12:30.
Yep, we got about an hour or so. And then he'll be off. And then he may be back, depending on how his matches goes and when his next match is. So we definitely want to thank Harley for joining us.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. You're watching the CCE Sports Network.